After my first term, I think the biggest thing was I feel like I stayed constant, being the vote for the citizens of Beckley and doing what was best for them, and trying to keep that going in this next term is my biggest plan. I just want to always be the constant voice, no matter how we may agree or disagree on different things. I'm always going to vote for what's best for the city of Beckley.
Anything you think the city can work on that you might try to make it better, or anything that you think council can do to maybe help the citizens with working towards whatever you think that is?
I think the biggest thing is just keep moving forward and trying to get projects and just infrastructure and buildings and businesses into the area, and trying to just do what the citizens want at the end of the day and let them be a voice through me is the biggest thing I plan on and try to do.
A lot of people have been talking about the mayor-city manager issue. Do you think that change and that development is going to impact your approach to how you conduct business here going forward, or think it will remain pretty similar to how you've been doing things?
I think I'm just going to be pretty similar. I plan on not changing. I'm going to be the same Cody Reedy as I was the last 4 years. My role might be a little bit a bigger of a role now since we're going into the city manager and the city council has more of a say with that area. So I think that not much is going to change with my voting, but more or less it's going to be more important to have like-minded people and working with all 6 other council members to do what's best for the city of Beckley.
Campaign season starting or very nearly getting ready to start. Anything that you want voters to know leading up to the May primary? I mean, they've been familiar with your face for the last 4 years, but anything else that you, if they don't know you, or any refreshing words for them that do know you?
That the biggest thing is I like to feel like I'm just a normal citizen. I work every day in the construction field. Most times when you see me, I'm going to be in Carhartts and a Reedy Construction t-shirt. So at the end of the day, I always just try to have that feel of that connection that I'm just one of them, and I just happen to have a little bit bigger of a voice, but they can always reach out to me. My phone number's out, my email's out. I always try to be as accessible as I can, and always reply as quick as I can.
I'm completing my 8th year. This is my second 4-year term.
So 8 years. That's 17. Yeah, wow. And so, I mean, 2 terms, 8 years, obviously in your groove by now in terms of being in council, and hoping to stay, kind of similar to what we asked Cody. What are maybe some things that, you've learned in the last 8 years about being on council, or things that you might want to change, if reelected?
I believe that continuity is very, very important. I believe the citizens of Beckley understand that when you have the person that listens to their constituents, that person checks off all the boxes. And for that, I'm very grateful for the collaboration that each one of us on council has had with one another. And while we may not always agree with one another, we respect that we're all in the arena to do what is best for the citizens of Beckley and for our constituents. And oftentimes someone will reach out and say, thank you so much that an issue was handled and it was taken care of. And my comment back to them is, well, thank you, because you reached out to me and I was able to reach out to the ward person, either Ward 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we were able to collaborate with the department head or whatever department it was to correct something that needed to be addressed. So collaboration is the key, and respect and listening to what our constituents want.
Absolutely.
Was it, excuse me, basically just a given that you were going to refile, or is that something you had to consider for a bit? When was that decision arrived at?
I really listened to citizens and to people reaching out, and regardless of what the result was on the city manager form of government or a strong mayor form of government, I had made a decision that because I feel like I still have the fire in my belly. I want to be relevant for my citizens. I want to be relevant for the city, and I believe that I'm still want to be that public servant, and that was just an easy decision for me to make, to go on and serve again if the if the citizens want me to be there for the third term.
Yeah, anything?
I don't think I'm good.
Maybe for people who don't know, whether this may be their first election or, you know, they've voted several times and they just don't know, can you explain the difference between being a council person at large and someone who's over a specific ward?
That's correct. The city of Beckley is divided into 5 different wards, so you have a ward person, a counselor, a ward person for each individual ward. However, the at-large, being Cody Reedy and myself, we are the council at large we can address anything in any area of the city. But the thing that I appreciate, Councilman Reedy and myself, is that when we have had people address us with something that needed to be discussed, we reached out to that ward person so that all of us are on the same, we're all on the same page. And I think that continuity is important going forward, whether you have a strong manager or a city manager form of government or a ceremonial mayor. I think that is an important facet going forward.
It gives you guys more responsibility, but also a bigger field to play in. You get to kind of touch.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, we have the full field.